I forgot to take off the whatchamacallit. Oh, it just got wonky. Okay. For those of you who are hearing me, oh my giggles. I was so busy setting this up for a semi beautiful thumbnail, and oh my giggles, is either going to be tan or a blue thumbnail. Okay, now I got to do my control thingy. Bopper 80. Oh no, it's still go 90. Oh, that's really small. Okay, 75. No, give me 80. There you go. Engage my chat. Let's see. Okay. Living. Wow. Writing in my breakfast. Hello there, Vicky. You. Okay, now. Hey, you're the first one. Anyway. All right. Okay, now let's see here. I'm engaging chat. Let's see. Engaged. Enter. Hello there, Carol. You. I don't. Yo, hi. Yo, hi. Now, oh my giggles. I didn't make a list. Okay, now, hello. This is a frugal eclectic, otherwise known as Noodle. And yeah, joy, joy, and joy. You gotta have it. If you don't have any, you gotta go get some. Hello there, sister. My SS, my sweater says sister. Okay, anyway, if you don't got it, you gotta get some. Okay, I'm just saying. I'm telling you, I'm gonna whop you one if you don't go get some. And no fake joy. The real stuff, okay? The real stuff. Okay, I'm just saying. All right. I'll whop you one. I'll stick a bug finger up your nose if you don't go get joy. Now, okay, like I said. All right, now. Said, hello, Janet. Okay, Kimberly. And Roots. Hello, hello, hello. Oh, sorry, I didn't. Yeah, we're a little bit, yeah. That's Friday. But yeah, I will accept happy birthdays today. I've been told to watch out. I have a package coming today. I'm not sure if it's going to be a knock on the door or if I have to go get it in the mail. Yeah, there have been a time or two where you guys have said, we'll wait in stream while I finish getting dressed. I put my shoes on. I walk down the stairs. I go get to the mailbox. I get the package and I come back and then we open it. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I was there, Janet. I was sort of giggling because I thought, oh, man, but that's okay. It's okay. You know, it's okay. Yeah, Eileen, back at ya. I'm just telling you, back at ya. Okay, now I kind of, sort of, Sharon, I don't think I have seen her here, but, oh, hello, Dar, officially. She hasn't shown up yet, but she tried to trick or head me into streaming on Monday evening, and I had to tell her back that she was very specific about what she wanted to see, and I had to tell her I was already in bed and that if she still wanted me to, that I do this on Wednesday. So guys, hello. But hey, seriously, one moment. There we go. So, anyway, all right. Oh, hello there, Vaughn. Reindeer, I should say, because that's your nickname. And oh, hello, Pretzel. Okay, so about 15 after, I will put us on. It just clicked in my head what Dar said and why she said it in that particular manner. Oh, have I got a bone to pick with Lena? Oh my giggles. Have I got a bone to pick? I told her to beware yesterday that I might bring it up. Well, there's a treat for you, Dar. Have you noticed it? Have you noticed it? Oh, Dar. Hey, Dar, wake up. Smell the coffee. Say thank you. Dar, say thank you. Hello, Nancy. I'm waiting for the thank you, Dar. Hey, Dar, are you being obtuse? Okay, one moment, please. You've got tea, period. Thank you. I was just clarifying if that thank you. So you did recognize your upgrade, right? Happy birthday. Anyway. Okay. Oh, sorry. That just kind of went into a hiccup. All right. Now. All right. So there's ow, don't do that. Hello there, Kathy. Now, oh my goodness. I actually had to spell it. Did you seriously just see that? Oh my giggles. Open up your eyeballs. I'm telling you. Open your eyeballs. Okay. Now. All right. So I kind of promised Sharon that I'd make paper today, but it's been a while since I've made paper. You know, I mean, so we're going to go through that. But before all that, Janet, now Colleen isn't here, so I don't know. Do you want to see your ATC journal pages? If you do, let me know. Because I got them here. I have to this is your paper that's coming to you. So I have to photog it. And and so let me know. Okay. Now, all right, let me get the yellow piece of paper out. All right, now, and it may like, all right, now, hello, okay, Vaughn, hello, Vaughn. All right, so this is Janet's ATC little journals. And I did it in the, in kind like mid-century modern. Okay. And there's some stitching on here. This is recycled, like here, let me see if I've got one in my drawer. Oh, let's see. Well, here, I do have one. It's these things, this here, like one of this. Okay. It's an empty recycle, and I stuffed, remember that, here, I have bits and pieces of it here. Remember this here, from the spray, the napkin or the paper towel. I took my crosshatch stamp and see, like here, and I did some marks on it, and I folded it up and I stuffed it inside the little mint bag, and then I stitched it on. And of course, I did some circles. I did a circle, okay. So I did some stitching, and here's like some, here's some faux stitching, and here's some, I did kind of like, staples, yeah. And then all back here, on the original, I started with 3/8. So this might be, the stitching might be a little close here, but when I glued it down to cardstock, I did a 1/4 inch. And that tells you that that's where you do your punch holes. And oh yeah, I did sign it. I signed my name and March 2019. So yeah. So that's her little ATC journal pages. Now, I don't know if Colleen wants to see hers. She hasn't shown up, and I don't know. Do you want me to show you Colleen's? And then I think this was I Carry Love. She sent me this, and I cut off the top half of it, and I'm gonna wrap these and kind of stick it in here as your little carrier. And then of course I'll send once I get the photographed, I'll send that. Now, okay, I'll go ahead and show Colleen's. Okay. Okay, these are Colleen's. Now Colleen requested turquoise, and for some blooming reason I couldn't find any of my I wanted to go with I call it bluegrass green, but it has another color. This color reminds me of the bluegrass of Kentucky, and that's why I call it bluegrass green. But one of the fibs years ago sent me a bottle, and it was the actual bottle that Dee Dee had. It was but anyway, but that's a dark turquoise. But anyway, so the best I could do, like I said, she requested turquoise. Okay, and here is the turquoisey, here's the spray. But then it had a lot of other colors in it. So the closest I had to it was this plastic paint in jade green. And I used it with a stencil, and so it actually came out quite well. And as you can see, I like to mix my edges. And so hopefully, like on hers, on Janet's, I rounded the corner here, here, and here, but I left this one pointy. And that's kind of a signature thing I do. And it's also kind of mid-century modern when it's kind of adds to the abstracty kind of thing. All right. Let me put these back in. All right. Now here on remember, oh, this is the okay, let me see this right here. Remember, that's my stencil that I handmade. And remember, I cut those out. Well, these are all stitched on. Okay, all stitched on. And this is the other side of it. And then, see that little piece there? I also stitched that on. So yeah. What? Oh, let's see. What did Vaughn? Oh, that's something else I wanted to talk about. Something I was lurking in Dee Dee's chat today. Hello there, Lori. Let me double check. I'm kind of scrolling back a little bit. Okay, I've said hi to, hopefully I've said hi to everybody. Okay, so anyway, and then I just did some here, I glued on some Treasure Everyday washi tape. Here's another sparkly washi tape. Glued on some, but yeah, so I've added, and as you can see here, instead of using the 1/4 inch corner, I used a 1/2 inch. See? And then I left, in this case, I usually round 3 corners and leave one pointy. Well, in this case, I rounded one corner at a 1/2 inch and left the other 3 corners pointy. So that's Colleen's, and I haven't signed hers yet. But then again, see here, this is the side that gets the punches. Okay, and let me put these back in here. So those are Colleen's ATC journal pages. All right, now, oh my giggles. I don't know. I might use these. I might not. All right. All right. No. So here, let me. Now we had some follow-alongs, and this was the Saturday Shauna follow-along. Hello there, Dot. My sometime nemesis. Oh, guys, something came up, and like I said, I was I was not even in chat, but I was watching Dee Dee because, hey, it's, I have things to do, and I'm trying to be there but not be there. But I saw something, and I'm not being mean to anybody when I bring this up. Sometimes I think we need to remember to do this. We get so busy, and Dee Dee's chat is a very busy, fast-paced chat. So it's understandable that it was missed, and I'm assuming it was missed because I did watch it pretty much all the way through, and I didn't see anybody's reaction. But and we're not perfect, but I just wanted to remind you guys that if you have a question, and in my chat you can put it in caps, that's fine. But guys, no question is stupid. You don't have to feel bad. And even if it's you kind of put it in the wrong place, because I know some chats, they like to have stay on topic. And, sometimes it's hard to stay on topic, sometimes, but anyway, no question is stupid. And you sometimes um you ask a question. Well, I actually screenshot the question. I scrolled backwards because no one saw this woman ask the question. No one answered it. And I watched. And then she started apologizing for asking the question. And she hadn't put it in caps because she had prefaced the question with, I don't want to bug Dee Dee. Well, again, that was her choice. But again, sadly enough, as far as I could see, she never got answered. And that kind of reminded me that we need to kind of remember that is that we're human, and we don't always see things. And I know that at least one of the mods had that mod seen that question, that mod could have answered her. But again, I'm not being mean. I'm just we need to be reminding that no question is stupid. Don't apologize for thinking that you know what I'm saying, right? You guys understand what I'm saying, right? Let me click the little aqua. There we go. Yeah. So I know. And but and when I saw her, and then when she started explaining herself and saying, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I just thought that you guys would," and I'm like, and that, and I don't care. And I know, because I mean, when I'm in chat, I mean, typically I know your answer. I know the answer. But if I know specifically someone is more knowledgeable than me, I try to give that person or two or three people that chance to answer, because the way I explain something might not always come right. You guys know sometimes I mix things up and I don't say it correctly, but no one answered her. And it's like I could feel, and I understand that her chat goes so fast, but I could almost feel her loneliness inside that chat, and but guys, just remember. And I was like, oh, and that kind of got one of my pet peeves is no question is stupid, and don't apologize, and I'm like, oh man. I mean, I realize courtesy, apologizing is important, but there's a time when you can over apologize. And I'm rolling my eyeballs, and I realize that sometimes people ask question after question, and that question's been answered, and we're human. We have to all kind of work around and with each other. But just, oh guys, I'm like sitting there, it's like, just a reminder. And I try to say this persimmon. Once in a while, I try to remember to do this, and we need to remember that most of the people in my chat specifically, they know the answer. And if you have a question and I don't see it, most of those people in chat know the question. And if it's something like geared to me, you know, or again, just, you know, yeah, yeah. But anyway, I just wanted to bring that up because it was kind of like, and I could have gone into chat, but then I didn't want to go into chat for that specific reason. But if you see something like that, try to courteously try to say, okay, if you see something like that and you're not a mod, then try to get the attention. That person might feel embarrassed because you're drawing attention to the question, but at the same time, hello, it's a question. And if you've put it in chat, then it needs to be answered. So anyway, I'm just kind of a reminder, just that, kind of keep your eyeballs peeled, or, well, not literally, but you know what I mean, you know, and just, anyway, you understand what I'm saying? Yeah. I mean, Persimmon, it's been so long. Do I remember your name? Sharon. Okay. Now, okay. Hello there, Jilly. Okay. Oh, just see Lori, Painty Girl? No. Well, see, um, usually because mods are in blue, they're watching chat. They're kind of glued to the chat, so they're watching it. Oh, that's funny. All my mods talking but that's okay. But anyway, it's not so much that. It's just that, like, I mean, I know from experience from being in chats that usually for me personally, um, if obviously if there's mods in a chat, the way I've kind of chosen to do it myself is if there are mods in that chat and I know those mods pretty much, I don't answer the question. I try to let the mods answer the question first. But say 2 minutes have gone by, 5 minutes have gone by, 10 minutes have gone by, and that person's question hasn't been answered, then by golly, if I'm in that chat and I'm actually in that chat, I will get that person, and I will Janet or Eileen, or whoever's in who I'm using those as an example because I know they won't be upset, but I will wrangle a mod and say that person had a question, answer it. Because or if I don't have the answer, then I will try to pinpoint somebody based on who's in chat if they can answer that person. I'm just so I'm again just I'm just as a bringing it up periodically to remember that and it's on both ends. The person should have actually put the question in caps, because technically today that you know it could have you know it was in topic, it was on topic, but that person chose not to put it in caps. So anyway, I'm just oh, but Painted Girl Lori, I think. Yeah, so yeah, and Monique and Shauna, hello. So anyway, I just periodically, you just you know yeah, because you could just yeah, because there's sometimes chats get moving and you can just almost feel lonely. And there's how many people are in chat, even this chat. With a 25, there's 25 people showing in what I'm seeing. And right now it's moving. Yeah. But then you have to also deal with the gray matter of people's courage. And some people, I have one person up here, and I'm not going to call that person out, but guys, this was back on YouTube, and I have it taped to my computer up here as a reminder to try to be as sensitive as I can to people, because this person was in chat. We were streaming on 4/24/2013, and her sign in, I have it done. It's on a sticky note. And I have written here, has been here before, and I have her real name written down. And she never came back to my stream again, because unfortunately her level of being comfortable with being I didn't realize at the time that she was shy or some level her shyness level was low. And you know what I mean? Her comfort level, and she was talking, but I keep that as a reminder up here. I have it taped up here as a reminder, but I never saw her in chat. If she ever came to my chat, she lurked. She never talked in chat again. So we're all coming from different levels of being comfortable talking and so yeah. Um and I cuz we tease like with Lena. I mean, I told her like and um I kept rolling my eyeballs because when Lena on Tuesday, and I hope she doesn't be upset with this. Um and I tried to explain to her, we're not bored. She kept, and I'm like rolling my eyes. And at the last time, I mean, I was actually yelling at her because when you type in caps and you're talking to someone and you're not yelling these days. But I mean, I was at that point because she had said boring so much, and I'm like, I was rolling my eyeballs and I was yelling at her, and I'm like, we're not bored. Get over it. We're not bored. We're enjoying what you're doing. You get so caught up in that, oh, are they gonna, oh, this and that, but like, no, we're not bored. I'm like, ah, hello there, Norma. So anyway, and I tried to explain to her it was in Vicky's chat. Vicky looked up one time yesterday. Okay, Shauna. And she just like, are you guys being mean to each other or something like that? And I'm like, yeah, anyway, but yeah. So anyway, you know, and I get the part about, there's sometimes medication interaction and you're hyper, you get bored and you're easily bored and yeah, I know, Vicky, I know. But and again, guys, if like here, Vicky just said I was joking. Yeah. Yeah. I understood that, but you know, yeah. And so anyway, and um I don't remember your name. Um yeah. And but see, trying to also, and of course with the language difference, and the different meanings, you have to, and that's a learning process. So again, um and again, I was rolling my eyeballs because I'm not bored. And it's like the more you say, "Oh, are you guys bored?" It's like I want to smack And I was, and I love Lena, and I'm not bored. But sometimes that you just want to like, ooh, reach in there and go, Lena, I'm not bored. You know. So anyway, hello, Allie. I just, yeah, I'm like, so anyway, you guys know how I feel about bored. But like I said, I understand. Yeah, Kathy. I understand about medications interacting and things like that, and sometimes, yeah, so you do get bored. But as a rule, um, a person should never really get bored. You know what I mean? So anyway, I don't, oh yeah, like on the back of my, here, like, see this? Remember this, guys? Remember when Dee Dee did this? In the back here was, don't say you're boring. Don't say you are boring. And, ban, because you're not boring. I mean, you might be a bookworm. You might be a geek, but there's very few people who are truly boring. You might tell boring jokes, but there's something about you that's not boring. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Anyway, so okay. Now, all right, now. Okay, we were over at Shauna, and oh, Shauna's gone now. Oh my giggle, she's gone. But remember, Shauna, here's my eggs. Here's my eggs, people. And don't tell Shauna, but that's acrylic paint there because it was already there. Yeah, yeah, Eileen. Yeah, but see, hey, hey, SJG. Hopefully, you're comfortable with me calling you out. What is your name? I'm being serious. What? I mean, I recognize you, but I don't. You know what I mean? Yeah. But anyway, so, oh my giggles. Oh, well, duh. Hello. I already said hi to you. I know you. You're my Persimmon. Okay. Now, oh my giggles. I did it. Okay. I haven't photographed this yet, but I did it. I did it. And yeah, this is, my like between $3 and $5. This is one of the this and I like the round, but I used and this one here, this one I remember I've separated my watercolor thingies. I have just inexpensive, and this is a 3 round. But this particular brand, this is the bottom of the metal piece right about here. And when it gets wet, it goes limp. It just like, yeah, I'm wet, I'm happy, and I'm limp. I said, you know what? I'll just kind of watch it so it doesn't get moldy, but I'll just put some masking tape. Here's the metal piece. So see, you can see where, and it actually holds its shape now. And I can see, I can move it around and I can keep it at a point. But yeah, that was my remedy for that. Okay, now, so that was my follow along. Okay. I actually think that is actually, I have a few here. So I think this one, okay, this one goes with this one. And it says watercolor on it. And again, inexpensive. And this is a Sable mix. These are Sable. What it says here is a Sable mix. And as you can see, here's the matching. And I did see here, I did the same. Oh, come on. Washi tape. And I see washi tape. So I know that those are I'm using them for watercolor. And this one I bought as a fine liner, and it is a fine liner, but when it gets wet, it goes limp. And I've corrected that. Okay. So yeah. This one, I don't remember what it was. It's a Cornell. So I don't know. It's soft and it doesn't look exactly like the Sable mix, but anyway, I don't know. So anyway, let me put them back now that I have them. Okay, so like I said, I've separated this, and I have my fan, and this one I had to mark because see, it's the same as my glue brush, but I use this for watercolor, and I've marked it here so I know. And then I have this one. This one does funky when I get it wet. but I also use it for watercolor, and it spreads more. Okay, so anyway, now Janet, where's the follow along on Janet? Janet's triangle thing. Where are you? Where are you? What did I do with it? Oh man, what did I do with it? Ah! Oh, here you are. And I'm not technically done with it. Yeah, here's the bottom. Inspired by Janet, and I have the date. And this actually has clear gesso on it, and I sanded it down. But this is my take. I haven't photographed this yet. This is my take on her so far. And what I'm going to do is, oddly enough, I want to go blue pen instead of black. And I have to find my blue pen. My blue pens, Okay, back to this is trash. Okay, well, no, it's trash. I only have a little bit of it. Okay, so this is this was actually pencil, and then I decided to use my gold Elmer's paint thing, and that's it so far. Yeah, thanks, pretzel. Yeah. Monique. Hi, Marianne. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody. Yeah. But that's it so far. And it needs something else, as far as like I used the ink pads, the oxide, and then over top the wonky violet, I actually did a Neo 2 similar on that to make it more. And of course I did, this is the walnut stain oxide, and then I did this. I think this was the the olive brown Neo 2 over top that. And then I also did my 6-inch ruler because it needed another shape, but it had to be similar. So then I go, oh yeah, I have my 6-inch 1-inch wide ruler. And then I did that in ochre Neo. And the base was the 2. I was looking for my mustard ink tints, but I couldn't find it. So I had to go with the sherbet lemon and the other sunshine yellow of my ink tints. And that's the bottom of this. And then I kind of goofed, and but over here it's a little bit different. But anyway, so that's my follow along as far as Janet. And then Sunday, when Shauna came on, this is my baby wipe that I used in this. Yeah, so I'm going to come back in. It needs something. And what I'm going to do is what I was trying to get Janet to understand, but I didn't quite get it out that well, is I'm going to come back in with my small ruler, or I have some different templates that have these little skinny little squares on them and things like that. I'm going to come in and begin the process of just adding blue pen. I might add some silver. I might come in and just do some gold line, or if I can find a thinner in this in silver, yeah. So anyway, so there's that. And then Sunday, while Shauna was on, this was the baby wipe that I used on the previous day's thing. And this is what I did. And I know her eyeball. I goofed on the eyeballs. This is all. I had her taped down. And I used, I used my and Neo 2s, and I did this, and I charcoal gray, and I did the, yeah. And I goofed on her eyeballs. I'm still, you know, I get that deer, like, oh, frightened deer in the headlights ×5. And then I did the pupils. We all know what this is, you guys. These are pill, like on the pill container. But one day I go, oh, hey, that's a stencil. And this actually makes really cool, like a little tab. But yeah, and so I did this. I laid it down like that, and I go, oh, oh man. I mean, I tell you, she was one freaky dude. I mean, this woman, this thing. When I put this as the pupil, and then I took my black pen and I made it bigger. It looks much better than just this. I had to make. So anyway, and then I goofed on the eyelashes, because I pinned in the eyelashes. But anyway, so I've been busy. Yeah, and I haven't done faces in a while, but yeah. Yeah, this freaky dude woman. Sorry, Kimberly. Mixing my words there. But anyway, and then I have her, I'm going to actually, hey, and I did the skinny, I did it in pencil, and then I did the skinny, where is it? The skinny, here. I covered over the skinny Sharpie, and I did in the black. And then, when I came in with this rounded one, and I outlined her a little bit, did this with the charcoal gray. But yeah, and then, even though she's a little bit of a fruitcake here, well, weird. Well, yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna like stitch her, and so I have her on a couple layers of used dryer sheets, and I'm gonna do some stitching on her. And she's part of what I created, so she's not perfect, but I can do some stitching here, and I can put her in the scavenger book. That's not the scavenger book, because remember, I'm doing a scavenger book and doing sewing projects inside that book. So yeah, she'll go in there. And then I don't know if Lena's here, but I decided on the story of this is the original moose poop things, and this is going to go to Lena. Back, Janet was doing one of her, it was on a Monday, and Eileen hadn't gotten in her chat yet, so she couldn't boss around. So I got permission from Janet to boss her around. So I started giving her colors. And then Eileen harassed me about being, oh, that's just moose poop and all that. Well, then on Wednesday, the first thing that Eileen said in my chat, what is that tissue? Is it tissue paper? This is coffee filters, if you're asking about this, Marianne. But then, this tissue paper, this is actually a baby wipe. This is the baby wipe that I used on, well, I was following along on this. So it has the colors of that. And then this is actually recycled dryer sheets. Okay. So anyway, then that Monday, or that was a Monday. Okay. And I was just, doing my best, and Eileen, oh, that's just moose poop. That's moose poop, and anyway. Then she got to my chat on Wednesday, and the first thing she said was, I hope you're not making moose poop today. And then she went on and on and on. And I said, and I yelled at her. It's on one of my videos. And Uh, all the squares. This is Strathmore 140-pound watercolor paper. Yeah. And yeah, I had coffee. Yeah. And yeah, so that's what that is. Okay. And um and I just kind of lost it. And I yelled at Eileen on my channel. And I says, "You want moose poop? I'll give you moose poop." Now this is the result. This is what Eileen calls moose poop. And Lino happened to be there that day. This is Eileen. And this is beautiful. This is beautiful. But I've decided that I'm going to send them. These are the originals. And I'm going to, because there are all kinds of different ways you can do this. And I thought Lena could do some of her, yeah, because she likes this color combination, and yeah. So anyway, but I'm going to take different photos and arrange these in a different way so that eventually, if I choose to do something digital with them, then I'll have them. But yeah, she gets the original moose poop coffee filters. Yeah, Moral, be careful. Yeah, but yeah, that was one of those times Eileen wouldn't let it go. But yeah, we got through it. We got through it. Yeah. Okay, so today's thing, Sharon, if you're still here, Sharon, not Sharon Persimmon, but Sharon, the other Sharon. So anyway, all right. So what we're going to do, I tried to find the original. It was the original, the premiere issue of Cloth, Paper, Scissors. And when I first fell in love with Beryl Taylor, and I found this one here, and I still have never done the Gothic. I'd love to do this. But let me see. Oh, and oddly enough, this, you guys used to tease me about my pronunciation, but this is where I believe I learned about how you're supposed to pronounce gesso, like in Guess Who, gesso. And you guys would tease me about, oh, who's in the house? Guess who? Yeah. But I just kind of conformed and just call it gesso now. That way I don't get teased. But anyway, article in here. This is something else too. I was over it just real briefly. It kind of got me thinking, and I think it was I wrote it down, but I think it was in Colleen's channel on her. She did um a book. It was it had a whole bunch of kinds of stuff in it. I think I actually, out of all the ones you guys show, I think that would be the one that I would be enabled on. I wrote it down. And CB helped me remember the person's name and stuff, but it kind of had like the one stroke kind of things in it. But anyway, but it reminded me all of a sudden, I'm like, I have all the back issues. Well, at one point when they changed format, I didn't like it as much. And so I got to the point where I thought, well, let's just stop buying it. And then, but anyway, it got me to remembering that, yes, go ahead and buy books, but at the same time, look at all this information I have. And, some of it I already know and all that kind of stuff, but there's all kinds of information. And I'm looking for one article in particular. And this is to do with the paper thing. We're already, not too bad. Let's see. It was one of the big Scrap Chick. No, not, okay, come on. Oh, Kim Grant, that's another one that oh, Ancient Passage. I wonder if that's actually one that I liked too. Just real quick, let me look. Page 56. But there's another person that got really heavily. Oh, here's the Ancient Passages here. And yeah. Oh, here. This is Beryl Taylor. Now, and this is her Gothic book. And so she's in here, and one of my all-time favorite artists. But this is where I learned in the original premiere issue. They had an article on her, and she showed how to do. It was a kind of a real quickie version of how she makes paper. Well, this came out into, let's see, the copyright on this. This is again for Sharon Marlowe. Hopefully she doesn't mind me saying that out loud. This was copyright, and I don't know if this is still available out there for those of you who like creating paper, fabric paper. Let's see, I think it came out in 2007, I think. Looking for the, but okay, anyway. This book, and then oh my giggles. This book, this is to do with stitching and the stuff that she creates. And this is the information of, and this book, this was on my all-time lickable, I need this, but my husband couldn't pay the $40. Well, the story, I want to tell you this real quick. The story behind me getting this book, again, $40 is very steep, right? And so, and I'm like, any chance I get, it's like, bug my husband, Hubs, but again, $40 is very steep. And well, remember Samantha, I forget her, but she had a blog and she had her own stream, but I forget Beyond Sammy. Oh, thank you, Debbie. Which one? Oh my giggles. One moment, please. Okay. All right, now here, just real quick, and then I'll go back to my story. Okay, here. Which one you dreamed? And I ran into where my husband was sitting, and I'm hyperventilating, and I'm like, and I'm like pointing, and I'm like, and oh, hold the farts. We're buffering. Okay. All right. So anyway, all right. So tell me when we're done. Okay. Now here, hold the farts. We're not buffering. Okay. There's the repeat. All right. Now, so hopefully you've heard my story. Okay. So, and I'm hyperventilating, and I'm going through this, my art pen pal, Etsy, and I'm like, and I'm like, and I'm like, and that book I want, yeah, I'm like, he had to calm me down, right? And no, it's still here. She's a backup. A backup. Courtesy of our Dar. Okay. Now we have to do 4 more of these. Confound it. We're going to have to. You realize we're double the rotation. That was the windbreaker. Okay. Now we got both of these things out. Oh my giggles. Now, okay. And he goes, "Oh, calm down, calm down." And I'm like, "You know that book I want? You know that book I want?" And he says, "Yes, I know that book." "Well, what about it? We can't afford it, but what about it?" And I says, "Oh, oh, $10, $10, $10." And I am telling you, my husband, okay, and and oh, $10, $10. And he says, "Okay." And then he looked and he says, and he bought it. He went over to and he saw it and he says, "We're buying it." So for $14, 40, 14, 40, 14, he bought it right then and there. So that's the story behind me getting this book in like this. Judy, are you talking about the rating? Are you, Judy? So anyway, so today we're making paper. Now, I tried to do the best I could. And a little bit about this is, again, Beryl Taylor to me is like the stuff that she does. Now, some of this stuff I've chosen not to do, and I never did get shivas, like the sticks and things like that. That's one thing I would still like see, like here. See the paint sticks, and 100% cotton muslin. She recommends 100% cotton. I have done it on 50 poly, 50 cotton. It will come apart to a certain degree, but not. So if you have like a sheet, 50 poly, 50 cotton, it will work, but know that it will come apart. Some of it sticks, some of it doesn't. But 100% cotton is your best thing. And again, trust me, and etching on velvet, it just really, and like I said, I don't even know if this book is available anymore. And yeah, it's just, and it has some book binding back in here. And yeah, and if you have any back issues of these, she showed up periodically. She's not very active anymore. Yeah, but anyway, she's one of my all-time. Okay, so what I did here is when I say a wet board, and I did this. I decided I would make it to a certain degree and then I'd finish it to show you. This is the wet board that I will be using. I could not find my bolt of cotton. This is the wet board, and you can make them as big. When I say a wet board, I'm talking, I made my own. You can buy your own out there, but I chose to make my own because trying to recycle. This one I'm making out of 2 cracker boxes, and I actually took a ruler, and for me personally, that's what I do. I do ruler, and then I glued masking tape and using the ruler line, and I just I butted them together, and I did it like that. This is a cereal bag from a cereal box. I just wipe it down, open it up, carefully open it up, and I'm in the process. Now, I have a whole lot of these homemade. A whole lot of this. No, this is Beryl Taylor. Mixed Media Explorations, Beryl Taylor. Blending paper, fabric, and embellishments to create inspired designs. Just all-time tippy top. She talks about in here, she talks about the early years, about being a guild, where I believe she still lives in America, but she used to live in the UK. And she talks about Yeah, she even like incorporates clay and, beads and all that kind of stuff. She talks about her guild work. In order to learn her craft, she had to get, and this was at a time when money was at a premium, but she had to make that choice. So she had to give up some stuff in order to be participating in the guilds and to get that learning, so a lot of things, from what you could read between the lines, and in your own life, how, and then in order to learn the gilding and to get into the guilds, yeah. And again, so just all kinds of just, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna hug. I'm gonna like pet and hug my book, my Beryl Taylor book. Okay. So here, I'm going to use this. So if this would be a little fussy, I would tend, see, and I've done this here. I've taken glue stick, masking tape, and then eventually I will go ahead, because I'm making this as a wet board. You can use this for watercolor paper, any of that kind of stuff. I actually found an IKEA 100% cotton, since I could not find my my bolt of muslin. Yeah. See, and the cracker box is the exact 2 cracker boxes is what I have room for. And like I said, this is going to jump up and down, but this is what I'm going to use. But before I actually start getting into the wet part of this, I want to show you some examples. I went kind of scrounging around, and I pulled some samples. So let me get those. I have to move away because I have a certain amount of room. And I had to I'm taking this in steps. So I even pulled some of the medical tissue paper as potential topping. Okay, this is on, when I first started out, I went into my husband's t-shirt drawer and I pulled any of his t-shirt, his cotton, 100% cotton t-shirts, anything that had, like, my criteria was if it had 3 holes in it, it was a goner. I cut that puppy up and it became my paper. That's how intensely I had to do this. Okay. This is after I graduated to, I taught myself, and this is a learning process. You have to learn what works for you. This is obviously newspaper. I had a particular project that I was doing, so I had to create my own paper. And this was a sponge, and I cut a sponge in a certain size, and like I said, and it's kind of like what Lena was talking about. If you saw her grayscale thing, I had to put some color to it, but I had to create an undersurface. So I took black and grays and white, and I made a kind of so I made that paper specifically for a project. This is just going back to the simple of stamp on paper to create your own. This was in a, I think it was and guys, this never moved. It's the paint, the peel of paint, original distress ink. And for me, it never moved. I tried to actually get my distress ink to move, and it very rarely ever moves on me. It seems to always be permanent. But anyway, I did this, and now I love this, but now I wonder how it would look pulled apart and brought into a piece of paper. All right, here's another. This is actually 100% by the yard, half yard, whatever. And again, I had to create some color. This has got vintage book paper and vintage dictionary paper, and it had some of the paper had this red mark. Well, I left it in there, but I had to create kind of an aqua-y green color. This has some watered down iridescent gold to it, and it's, even though it's got print, it's a basic thing. So again, it was for a project. Okay. And these are old. These are some starter things that I started creating. And this is all different kinds of paper making. This is a geometry paper. In fact, I actually brought these out as potential. This is geometry. This is a textbook paper, but they're shiny, but they're, I think, doable for this. They're in a color way that, you know, might work for the paper today. I actually, again, this is just paper. This is double-sided. This turned out like, what was I thinking? But this side is, I actually like this side, but this is very thick, so I wouldn't put it in paper. I wouldn't glue it down for paper. And you just learn as you go. This is actually an old baby wipe. Has some weird, I don't know. Yeah, this could actually be part of my, what I glue down. So I'll leave that out. It has some of the colors in it. Like I said, there's all kinds of stuff in here. We all know how to make this kind of paper. I've done it for years and years. This is some of my original, before I got a jelly print. This is some really early days when I made my own jelly. Oh, here, 2013. Before I actually had a jelly plate, I made my own and I created that. Here's another one. Now here I made this one. This is on newspaper, but this is paper that I created. This was for an Irish. I was in a swap, and since I didn't have any Irish paper, I had to look up Irish stuff, and I had to create something that I could use. You know, I had to create a base. And so this was, and then this was leftover. This was only halfway done. And I left it to this point, and then I cut what I needed, and then I went more Irish on it. So, yeah. And I think some of this became my potatoes because if I recall correctly, I cut potatoes. I created potatoes out of this part of it, you know, so yeah. Okay. And then this is just obviously very simply 8.5 by 11 piece of paper. This is a napkin just directly over some stamping, and you've created a piece of paper. This is actually my plastic paper. Here's the bottom. Here it says bottom here. Oh, that's so funny. Oh, I see. Because I was going to cut it in 2-inch strips. So this became the bottom here. But this is actually my plastic paper. And this is coffee filters. And this is actually just dried glue because this came off of, yeah. This is just the dried glue right here. I'm not looking at chat. I'm trying to get through this. Okay, so I think that's it for that. Now let me move this off. I have a little bit more to show you. to kind of give you, oh, I have to update you on I was so excited about, this is this is a cut up men's t-shirt, cotton t-shirt. So you have, okay. And this is what we're going to work on today. This is a IKEA 100% cotton dish towel, 88 cents, something like that. Okay, now here, this is fabric, and this is rather chunky. You can learn, as you're learning. Yeah, these are leftovers, and this is that part where I've just, again, you have so much of it that, yeah. But this one I love, and it's like, this is all I have left. See, oh, here's the bottom. So see, it tells me in the direction I went. And this is really chunky. See, I really love that. But it's fabric paper, okay. This one, again, this is an experimentation. Here's the bottom. This is a baby wipe. And this is a napkin, but I've actually added, I've added stamping to it. This is one of my, this is one, if I recall correctly, this was like a kind of like a Sewick idea collector type of thing. I had this stamp, and I needed some paper to go with it, and it had to be Oriental, and I pulled different ideas. I had this stamp, and this was a color choice. This is like a tea or coffee stain printer paper, so it changed the texture. And here's some stamps within a color combination. Here's silver and gold, and this is a study. Yeah, and here's actually this was supposed to go, I was going to make, this is a piece of plastic paper, and I actually sewed dry baby wipe to it in order to get it to work properly, because the plastic paper, my sewing machine didn't like the plastic paper. Okay, hopefully I didn't miss anything. I'm busy. I'm trying to talk, and I'm trying to get all this information out. Okay, this is, yeah. And this was a postcard size. This is supposed to go to Vicky Tumbleweed. And it's a piece of my plastic paper. And again, with the plastic paper, is just using plastic bags. You cut it down and you play with it, knowing that you might end up peeling it off. And in that case of that one where you have the dried glue, see-through glue. But see, this is all different kinds of stuff on this plastic paper. Okay. This was, again, I had to have something blue, so I specifically made this. This is, again, on newspaper. All right. So let's see. I think we're down. Yeah. Okay. Oh, and this, then later on, after I kind of took a break, and this is probably one of the last ones I ever did. Let me move this underneath. Now, I have a mixture of Elmer's all-purpose glue, and your consistency has to be like a soup. But you will learn, because I was trying this out, I've used full strength Elmer's, which doesn't really, you have to have it watered down. And I prefer to use distilled water, just, okay. But this one here, this is on fabric. No, I take that back. I tried this on fabric and I tried this on newspaper. So I was testing it out. And down here it says used matte gel and matte Mod Podge. Started paper on 9/3/2015. I have the Liquitex matte gel, and because matte gel is on the expensive side, even the Liquitex, but I wanted to try it out. So I just took a piece of half of a newspaper and I just began to put a bunch of stuff in here. I put aluminum. Here's aluminum foil. Here's like candy wrappers. And again, they take a little more effort. And napkins and all kinds of stuff. And I created this using and I have to tell you that it's a lot more, it's softer in that one sense. It's softer. And this one here has a lot of extra stuff to it. So see, it's more bumpy. And when you're using a wet board, if it's not taut, you will get some of this stuff. But you have to just learn that it won't be perfect. It just will not be perfect. And yeah, but this actually, if you want to spend the extra money, but if you're just starting out making paper, all-purpose Elmer's with distilled water. I tried the matte gel full strength. This was the Liquitex matte gel and matte Mod Podge. I kind of I wanted to see those two things versus the watered down all-purpose Elmer's. And it is. Honestly, this is much softer. See, it's more malleable. Oh, right there, you heard it kind of crunch. See, it's more malleable. You don't hear it as crunchy. So that's an option for you if you don't mind spending the money. All right, now here, let me move all that. We have this. Let me get this out of the way here. I have to stop and stand before I move. Okay, we'll do this now. Oh, real quick, I was so excited about doing this that here's my watercolors. I'm doing like what Carrie Ann does. And I was so excited that, yeah, this is my Neo 2s in watercolor form. And I'm even going to try this, like the flip top. This was like from my Hydroplenish. But you see, it has so like that. And then I got so excited and I had all these on my table and I'm like, oh no, I forgot about the carrier. So yeah. So now I have to be careful of that. And I'm collecting. Where did I put them? Oh, they're here. I'm now collecting small bottle caps. So, okay, say that I've gotten all this done. And I think, for me personally, I'm familiar enough with this that this is not going to bug me if I have this unfinished, okay? But I wanted to show you that it's really simple. And like I said, this is going to be my new one. So when I get done and this gets dried, now I can cut this. I actually think this is 100% cotton. I'm going to go ahead and cut it to make it that much more. And I bought extras of these because I knew that I would want to. Cotton is a good thing when you're sewing. And, yeah. And of course, for making paper, 100% cotton is the best thing you can do. You just have to, in the book, in the article, but a sponge, squeegee. I definitely get a glue. Now this is the back side. And I'm leaving this is with him on it and everything. So I've got this. Now this will stretch. So let's cut it and let's fold this again because the fabric will stretch. And because I've got this amount of space, let's just cut this. Scissors here. Okay. And I haven't done a big sheet because I did so many of them. And one thing about this, guys, if you're going to do this, because this is a one of a kind thing. I don't care how, and I've done this and I've got like multiple sheets of when you're trying to duplicate this, you can't duplicate it. The only way you can duplicate it is through scanning it or photographing it, turning it into that kind of thing. Okay. Let's see here. Okay. All right. So hopefully everything is okay in chat. Thank you for the thumbs up, guys. Okay. So here's the hem. So this is the top. Yes. Now this is, see, and it will stretch. Now this has been, you don't have to have, when you're making fabric paper, you don't have to have it. Okay, Judy, you don't have to have it laundered. Okay. Okay, this is I've never done the medical paper. Now I suppose this would, knowing from what I've already played with this medical paper would probably be a good backing to create paper. It's already thin, and I know it has the strength to withhold quite a bit. Okay, this is a basting in your kitchen. This is a basting brush, anywhere from $10 to $20. But the story behind this one, I love this, and I eventually want to do some art with it. It was in our church kitchen. Someone thought they weren't paying attention and they shoved it in the drawer without covering it. And it's a basting, for butter and things like that. It's a basting brush, and you don't just toss it into a drawer uncovered. Someone wasn't paying attention. Well, the lady who's in charge of the kitchen, or yeah, anyway, she was going to throw it out, and I said, "Oh no, I want that." And I tell you, even now, it's stiff now, and it used to be this, the bristles used to be like this, right? This was my original glue brush. And I tell you, it never went, now it's really, really hard. But I think because it had all that butter in it, it always stayed. So, yeah, that goes perfectly with the plunger. Oh, that's just too funny. Anyway, so if you want to spend that much, or you have, say you have your child, if you have one of these in your kitchen, instead of throwing it out, just transfer, and someone made the mistake of not caring for it properly, and trust me, I'm telling you, in terms of your stroke and you're protecting your wrist and stuff like this, quite honestly, if I had the extra $20, $25, 10, or however much basting brushes would be, and it just proportion wise for me, and now, of course, now it's cut down where I can't really, I mean, I could get like if I wanted this pattern, I mean, I could, I could use it as a stamp. I could put it, and I could, but and it took a long time for it to have the bristles come out. Okay. Yeah. And trust me. So that's an idea. Okay. Where's my other ones? Come on. Where's my other ones? Oh, here they are. This is my $10 one. And here it's obviously it's been in, but see, I've used it, and I used this for This is a glue brush, but for like the small spots, here's another one. This is another expensive one that I goofed and I turned it into glue. But see, again, these are old and they're just, but I want to kind of keep them for doing art projects with. So I just kind of kept them around. And they're just, yeah, you really can't use them anymore. But this is the one for this small project. This is a 1 inch, and you will lose some bristles. So you have to understand that when you're doing this, that's one of the reasons why she recommends is a sponge, but I don't have a sponge right now. Here, Judy. Oh, and okay, now I have this paper, not that one. This is too thick. And like I said, it's been a long time since I've done this, but it's kind of like one of those things you just get back on and it should be okay. Now this, and I don't have the scientific thing about it, but this has been exposed to oxygen and it has this beautiful patina. It's just gone really, and this is phone book paper. I figured that this would be the easiest. Oh, I got to get my glue. Let me get my glue. And the texture, and I need to, my glue, glue. I've tried, oh, see? Okay, this is very thick. Oh, wow. I've even tried wood glue. Now, wood glue, because I've even done watered down wood glue. So in a pinch, you can use this, but yeah, probably not a good idea. Starting out, I would just go with the traditional, and see here, it's so dried out. But just a small jar. Okay. Well, let's see. I have, this is, it had Mod Podge in it, but I put distilled water in it so this will be a little more soupy than normal, but let me go around. I have to go around to get my gallon. I have to go walk around my desk to get, I keep my, my gallon. Let me do this. Let me put this back on. So we're going to mix it here. I need to get my gallon Elmer's. Now, in the article, Beryl Taylor, she uses PVA. I could never find PVA glue. And I thought, you know what? I have all-purpose Elmer's glue. I'm just going to use that. And I don't think I have the date on this, but this cost me around $23. And I've had it for like a year and a half. And I buy it by the gallon. And there's a little bit of Mod Podge in here, but it's mostly water. But so I'm familiar with this enough that I'm just eyeballing it. And oh, let me get that. I wipe off the top of the lid. Okay, so this, and you can shake it, you can mix it. Because I'm doing a small one, I think I'll go ahead and just use my newer. I'm going to go ahead and mix it like that. And people who are OCD and they have to, oh, I was going to do this. Oh, hey, it actually fits. Not completely, but okay. All right. Oh, this is the lid to my glue thing. Okay. Okay. And from the feel of it, it seems to be okay. You know, this, you can wipe it off. Like, you know, you can, so yeah, I will, because yeah, this I won't want to do. So I will be in the process of wiping this off with the baby wipe. But I've also learned that you can, when you're, no, just stick it back in. And I need to put myself, because it's been it's a little over an hour. So what I will do is I will go ahead and put myself on an hour. Actually, I'll do an hour. Actually, 45 minutes. Where are you? No, this way. I'm going to put myself for 45 minutes and 0 and 45. Okay, we get busy talking and then I forgot to put myself. So I'm on 45 minutes. And one of the things that if you have limited space, one of the things that I did is once my husband, once my husband, see, I've been now collecting little bottle caps for little pans. These are going to be my pans. Okay, one of the things that I did was once my husband walked out that door, I locked the front door. I've got like 4 or 5 of these. Okay, what? She's ignoring us, Janet. Okay, what? PVA is white glue. Yes. And I learned that. But see, yeah, that's one of the things I didn't know. Thank you, Janet. Is that PVA is basically white glue. But at the time, I didn't specifically know that. And because I was trying to follow the formula. Yeah. So, yeah. Okay. Oh, well, see, you've got this and you've got this. I think for the smaller, I'll first with this glue, but I might change to switch over to this one. This is a bit loose, so I might have to, it kind of also, you just have to get used to it. Now that she recommends a sponge, but I got to the point where I got to show you one more thing. This is all part of this where, and you guys will probably, yeah, you will probably go freak out, but there's a 5-pound bag, a 5-pound barrel, and I believe this is the Dollar Tree napkins, and I think they're Dollar Tree, but I'm telling you, they're some of the best for this procedure. They are some of the best, and the texture, some of the best napkins you can just like, wow. Okay. And all kinds of napkins, guys. This is paper towel. And when you're out and about, this is tissue. This is toilet paper. When you're out and about and you find it, and this was this weird, I believe it's toilet paper, but it had this crepe. It had this, and you guys are going to giggle. You become a connoisseur of this kind of stuff when you're making fabric paper or just paper like this, layered paper. But it's like crepe paper. And I'm like, oh, I wonder if that, oh, I wonder. Crepe paper is also actually very good for this kind of thing. Crepe paper right here. And this, it got dunked. It accidentally got dunked. This was a lime green. Yes. And see, it will go good with this. So I can do that. Okay. It'll go good. Okay. But you and here's napkin that has tea stain on it, like at a restaurant, and I keep the tea bag. So I just, and here's McDonald's napkin. Now these will tear apart, and you will, if you get easily frustrated about, you want something smooth, this will bunch up, and it will, you have to just learn to relax. Now I've recently learned, if you take your um McDonald's napkin and you put acrylic paint stencil on it, like I did last Wednesday, like I showed you, it's remarkably interestingly stronger than normal. And texture, you begin to all, you when you're out and about, see, here's this texture, and okay, this was where, oh, this was, and I'm like, oh, and then I'm like, oh, where did this come from? And I'm like, oh, look at that. And here's some black paint. Here's some different textured paper towel, but you have to learn to separate it before you even begin to put it down, or else you're going to wish you hadn't. Just really, here's a Kleenex, but it's been tea dyed. You know, it's been a tea bag on it. Okay. And it, you know, obviously, but it's, you know, it's usable. In fact, let's just put this on the project, okay? So yeah, I have a 5-pound. Yeah. Okay. And see, okay, see that texture? Now I know that this napkin, it will come back when it dries. It will. I knew you'd tease me, but yeah. Yeah, okay. But this, when it dries, you're going to see this texture. Okay. So I'll take at least one, maybe two, with a small piece. So I'll have to bring two of these out. Okay. So that's really all I need. And you can use different colored tissue paper, the bleeding tissue paper. I've used that when it's over. You've used, oh, here, this is from, a bathroom dispenser, you know, the kind. But see, it has this, but then I'm thinking about that wax you guys have been talking about. And I'm like, ooh, to like this would be kind of interesting to wax that up and see what it turns out to be. But see, yeah, all different. And then you're sitting there. Oh my giggles. One time we were on a road trip, and I mean, it must have been 2 o'clock in the morning. I stopped off, went into the bathroom, and I looked up and I go, oh, they have gray. And guys, I'm telling you, it was the most beautiful shade of gray toilet seat protectors. Needless to say, my pockets were kind of stuffed. But who sees gray toilet seat protectors? I never saw it, and I've never seen it since, guys. I have never seen it since. Oh, I'm glad, Safia. Oh, Patricia, trust me, it's tea stain. Trust me, it's tea stain. Yeah. I'm very careful about that sort of thing. But anyway, yeah. So yeah. And it's funny. It's really funny. What you become, yeah. And my husband got to the point where he would just shake his head. He'd grin. He would grin and shake his head and just be quiet. But you guys, I have never Well, you know, hey, I mean, I mean, we're talking like 1, 2, 2:30 in the morning. I probably could show you. We take a road trip down that particular road. Okay, so what I've done, I'm just going to take some, and again, I think I only need, we'll take 2. Okay. And because these are not, these have been oxidized probably for like, these have been, but guys, that's part of that, it would be really funny if we're all in a, like, we're, yeah. And that bus driver would have some eyebrows raised. Oh my giggles, guys. Can you just imagine? And we, at the end of it, okay, we're like we're like 4 days down, and we start out on 1, and we're picking up all of the fibs. And of course, then we're okay, scavenger hunt. And then we have to go, and we have to, and then when we get to our destination, like this, you know, and we're all, you know, and oh, you got to bring enough for everyone, like that gray. I don't know where I put it, but and obviously it wasn't used, but I mean, duh. But I'm telling you, this is the most beautiful gray seat protector. And again, like I said, I've never seen them since. Okay, so this should be enough. And then I've got this, and I've got this. Now, one thing I learned over a lot of time is, let me just do a little bit of this, is foam stamps work the best. And if you're going to stamp, and I suggest that you get, my big archival. Oh no, it was another one. It was Juicy. It was the old Big and Juicy. I don't know if you remember that. It was Big and Juicy on the front label, and it was a big black pad. And I suggest, if you're going to do this, that you get your black ink pad, and that's, you mark on there glue, comma, making paper. And then you have another, your regular stamping pad, and you're separate, and you don't mix the two. Because one of the things I found, and preferably you use either your homemade, well, I would say foam stamps. If you're going to stamp on this, now I learned, for me, that you're probably, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, odd number 5. Okay. Odd number. Anyway, I learned that foam stamps work the best, and roughly when it starts getting, when your surface, you begin to learn as you do your paper, you create your fabric paper, you will begin to learn what works for you, what doesn't. And I would say probably roughly, I would start checking, and you'd like peel it up, and you let it drop. And again, you just learn as you go. You have to press in. Now for me, let's see, which way do I want? And I tend to be directional. Okay, so I'll just do this. Okay. And get it all sopping. And again, you learn a different soup. You just have to kind of, you know what? I'm going to switch to the other one. And let me, I don't know if Sharon is, well, not Persimmon Sharon, but yeah, I'm trying to get all kinds of things in my brain. But I learned that I would say probably, I mentioned this earlier that when I got sidetracked, but when my husband left, I shut the door, and the first thing I did was when I was going to make paper, and sometimes I could get 1 or 2 pieces of paper done to the stage in a day, but I laid it out, shut the front door, laid my big wet board on the floor right by the front door, and I began to do this. And then I would go off. You do the first layer, you get it wet, you put the first layer down, you go off for 15-20 minutes, do some housework, and you just start doing that. If you're going to do this and you're really serious about it and you're making big sheets of it, even the small ones. Hopefully I'm not missing any questions. You guys. Okay, anyway, it's like I look up and I'm like, okay, I'm not even going to go there. Oh. Okay. And pick a color. Pick a color. Judy. So, pick a color, Judy. Come on, pick a color. Come on, we got glue. Come on. Okay, I'm picking. Okay, here goes. Okay, now, all right. So anyway. Oh, and Lena, I told them earlier, but you're getting the original moose poop coffee filters. I'm going to send them to you. You're getting them. They're kind of very oriental. I thought it would be kind of interesting to see what she comes up with. But in my mind, it's kind of like a oriental abstract with weird cherry blossoms or something. But anyway, I decided you're going to get them. Okay. So what we've done here, and I just, again, and you have to press. That's one of the reasons why I switched to this particular, I'm using this brush. A sponge or a squeegee thing, like I tried that, but sometimes you rip your paper and you have to press. Okay, this is relatively moist, the 100% cotton fabric. We're gonna, and this is where you do both sides. Okay, you do both sides of the paper, and you just there, and you really, you wiggle, you push it in, and this helps secure the paper to the surface, the 100% cotton surface. Yeah, you're welcome. I'm not quite sure. I will do my best to get them out, but we'll get there. But you are getting them. Okay. Thin paper is probably your best bet. But again, you just have to learn and experiment. Some of your choices are not going to be the best. Really old poetry I've got some really brittle poetry papers from, trust me, they're very brittle, but they're gorgeous, and they go translucent when you put glue on them. Translucent. That would actually be a really gorgeous on top of this. Okay. So this is phone book paper, been exposed to air for several years, and that changes the color on them. This is old newspaper with a little bit of paint on it. Okay, so I mentioned that you want to go in, my idea for you and what I've learned is foam stamps. You want to have a designated, if you're going to use ink, you're going to want a designated, preferably a big ink pad, and knowing that occasionally you're going to get glue on it. So you don't want to mix your glues. I'm sorry, you don't want to mix your ink pads. Because trust me, I got to the point on my first one where one side was for regular ink and the other side was for glue. And I actually literally, because you just can't always, you can't miss the glue. You know what I mean? I mean, you just can't do, you know. Okay, so this, now here, I'm going to, where's the color paper? This is, of course, like I said, this is like organic chemistry, you know, so it's like, but it has painting on one side, but it's actually fairly thin. So I'm going to add. Now this will take upwards, oopsie, and this is where you just learn. Don't get frustrated. It's okay. It's the base paper. It's perfectly okay. You can even, you could watercolor your paper first. If watercolor your paper and paint your paper for your fabric or your newspaper, whatever you, but yeah. Anyway, I would, it's kind of hard to say. I want more of this. Okay, let's get some crepe paper in here. All right. And just, you want to keep, this can take upwards to 3 days to dry. Okay, and a glue. And you're going to see glue. You don't have to, the crepe paper will literally melt. You don't have to pre-glue the crepe paper. And you can use tissue paper, colored tissue paper. I've got a whole big 5-pound barrel of it. Yeah. But ideally, you're going to want to use plain, like a lunch napkin. Dinner napkins, I would suggest you wait on the dinner napkins until you get more, familiar. You get more familiar, because you want lunch napkin, and preferably the better texture. The more texture you have, the better it's going to be. Okay. And I'm working small. Yeah, I need to kind of, well, guess what? We're just going to have to just do this. And again, you just keep gluing. Actually, not this one. Let's put this one up here. Oh, I see. I forgot to do that in the back, but that's okay. Just you can take your thin tissue paper, stamp on it, and then what I was, and then put that on. But sometimes that's a good option. Like for instance, this, before I put this on, this is the medical tissue paper. This is a little more opaque than the thinner, cheaper kind. But I would stamp on this, and that could add to the benefit. Yeah. Before I put, or you can even stamp on this. You can do some, yeah, archival, you know, bleed proof. Sometimes your inks will react, but most of the time you're okay. And I'm actually thinking on this one, I could even, because your water soluble, you could just wipe them off with your baby wipe. So I'm actually thinking at the when you're at the making your mark stage of this, your stamping stage, I think I'm going to actually get my Neos out and just start doing stuff. Now see this is, that's that text paper, and it's actually becoming translucent. And again, your wet board isn't perfect because remember I told you it's not completely done yet, but I'm pretty much, I've done this so long, so you know that it doesn't bug me. And I've learned, see, I only have glue here, here, and here. And it's just, I haven't made fabric paper in so long, but you learn not to be messy. You know what I mean? You learn that you don't have paint. You learn your stroke. It's really kind of funny, but you will learn your stroke, and you're not getting excess glue and paint on. Now this is not, I'm using a Mod Podge container. This has actually got a little Mod Podge in it, but it had mostly distilled water, and I just poured in all-purpose Elmer's glue. Okay. And let's see, let's see where, I was trying to think if I had anything. I was thinking of Debbie, but I don't know that I actually have them on hand. The Debbie papers. I wonder. Oh, I have some Janet napkins. I have her container. Let me get her. I have to go off camera because it still has her address on the front. And see right there, I just leave that. Smooth it out. I think that's crepe paper. The crepe paper came from here. I'm leaving it. Okay, let's get, here's some crepe paper here. I'm going to come back, just lay it down, and just put it. And the crepe paper, if it has color to it, crepe paper will bleed. Okay, I'll put that down, and I'm going to go off camera, and I'm going to okay, these are, whoopsie. These are the napkins, Janet napkins. As you can see, here's the color. So actually, this actually might be kind of an oddball contrast, or here's the bigger version of it, like this. This might be kind of pretty. This actually might, there's only one of these. This could be another option. Everyone here is mad. I would gravitate to I love botanicals. Love me some botanicals. But see, I only have one of these. So see, I look at this. As you can see, I've had it undone. And I look at it and I go, oh, but I have to kind of like, oh, I have to wait, you know. Okay, I think I like that idea. So we'll put these back. I like the butterfly one. And the script. And I have, back when I first started creating, there was something that fell out of her bag. Oh, here, I want to put it back in. Oh, it was one of the birds. Now, see, I believe this is archival ink. So I could cut her out and I could actually put her in here. So let's leave her out. And this is normally what you can do. Instead of this, in place of this lunch napkin, because this is the final layer. Okay. Once you get all of this, this is your final layer. Now here, I was doing this way before we got interested in napkins. Okay. But oh yeah, this is definitely going to be. And also, this is the fabric part of it. I can take what's left of all of this, what I don't use, and I can get like an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper, or some of the tissue paper, the medical tissue paper, and I can create a complementary piece of paper using the leftovers. So, okay, here's another one. Okay, I think we've got 2 more to go on the brain. Okay, so here, hopefully I haven't missed any questions. And of course, remember, yeah, most of the time your questions can, hi, Mary, or excuse me, May. Okay, yeah, anyway. Okay, so here I'm just, and something else is you can use the back end of the napkins. This is another way. Okay, so so we're going to use a combination of these two. Okay, and for me personally, even though I haven't, it's like riding a bicycle, you know, I mean, all right. Okay, so here, let's see. I can add in, we'll go with this here, the Eiffel Tower. Now see here, the backing of this, you can take this, come on, and it can be, instead of just throwing it out, or you can always stamp on this. You can actually stamp on this, and it becomes another thin layer. If you don't want this at the top of this, you can, this is, in order for you to use all your kinds of stamps, instead of just foam, and you're like doing this. Now see, had I been thinking, I have actually, one moment, hold on. We can do this, and then if we do it now, let's just take an extra few little thing here. All right, I have my archival, and might be a little cockeyed, but we can get it done. Oopsie. Here's a foam stamp, but you know, I don't really want to use that. But the idea that I had was, here's a basket stamp. Here's a shaving brush, you know, like the old-fashioned shaving. That could be kind of cute. You could stamp, actually, let's stamp this. And Here is, this is a Edinburgh. Okay, we can do that. All right. And let's check it out. Here's Peace, Love, and Joy. Oh, hey, a bottle cap. Ooh, my paint. Here's my husband had a business, and I just scruffed it up a little bit with a file, and that can be stamped on there. Okay, let's do that. Let's Peace, Love, Joy. All right. Oh, and here's a pipe. Here's a pipe stamp. All right, let's get those done. If we do that now, I can do that over here to the side. We can kind of, well, anyway. But the idea as we're pulling this off, is that it? Or is there, it looks like there's another one. Okay, but here, see, and then this can go. Let's see here. We'll actually start putting, okay, let's put that there. Okay, we'll get this, and it's not going to hurt. It will eventually dry. Put the butterfly up here. Now see, as you can see the layer. All right, now let's see. We can put a little bit, we're testing this out. I want to see, here's some of the preferable, like I said, if you're a beginner making fabric paper, or if you transfer this to like your newspaper, or, okay, so here's just a single thing of your lunch napkin is the best. Let's just see what it does over top that printed napkin. Okay, see, it's more subtle, but it's still there. Okay, and I can stamp on the napkin. And when like I said, when I was first starting out, I kind of went by the book. But in order to, and I found that it was better to use foam stamps. And okay, but here as an option, what we can do, here's a lunch napkin. Let me move this in a, well, here, let me, okay, here. I've moved that. So we're in here. Here's the lunch napkin. And here's the bottom napkin of this one here. Okay. We're going to stamp these archival. And I'm just going to use the black. Here's the old business stamp that I've, I purposely chose, that's upside down. See where you can see it, but you can't see it. And you can do it this way. And then as it will obviously dry. Here's the men's, the shaving, old-fashioned shaving brush. Okay. Oh, where are my, oh, do I have them here? Oh, do I have them? Oh, yes, I do. I have my Janet, this here, and the eyeglasses. See, this would be, oh, gorgeous. See, like that on here. Okay. And let's see. We've pretty much got this to where we want it. Now, see, in the old days, I would have to wait till this is to the point of being tacky before I start stamping on it. But I'm telling you that your foam stamp is, if you're going to do it this way, your foam stamp is the best. And if you let it completely dry, these stamps, these kinds of stamps will not work. Yeah. Okay. So this is kind of pretty much the way I want it. So we could even do this here. All right, let's see. Let's go on. Let's get the rest of the base done. Okay, let's see. Hold up. Okay, buffering. Okay, buffering. Okay, back. Okay. So anyway, sorry guys, I forgot to look on occasional buffering. So, oh my word. You guys might have to go back. I don't know where we left off, where the buffering started. And see here again, see that some people might, oh, that's disgusting. But no, that's just texture. And you'll learn to let it go. Okay. Let's get, upside down, both sides. And I personally, you'll learn about, see that blank space? It's nice to have some of those blank spaces in there. See where, instead of ripping it off, I like to have some of that edging. Okay, Safia. Okay, let's see here. Hopefully, do I have to scroll back to find out? All right, so we tested that. Let me. Okay, let's see. Okay, well, yeah, if you guys missed anything, because like I said, I'm sorry, I forgot to check about you. Yeah, okay. And today there's a lot of glue on this, but get busy talking, and it doesn't hurt because it will. Oopsie. Come on, back up, and you lay that down, and okay. Oh, see, I goofed. Let me put. Oh, let's just be. Ooh, we're just. Oh, gonna put that. See, I have a tendency not to put it. Bugs my eyeballs when I go put them sideways. But we'll do that, and then we'll swiftly do this. And as you learn, you'll learn. See here, and then I did that, and then I kind of start with one and layer it. And let's see, what is that? It needs to be kind of, okay, let's move it someplace else. And we'll just put it right there. And we'll blend it in. And it just be in that particular spot there. All right. All right. And any DNA that you don't want on your, just take it off. It happens. Okay, now. Okay. Hang on to what? Do I even want to know that question? Hopefully you guys, I'm assuming you guys are entertaining yourself, because I'm trying to get some enough information in here. Okay, I want to see. Well, you know what? No, it's okay. Well, here, this is one that's not ripped up. We'll just rip up some more. I try to go for the thin. Well, that's one thing too, is thin paper. Doilies, I would kind of wait towards I wouldn't put them on the bottom layer. Okay, it's been 45 minutes, but we'll just keep, because I want to try to get this to the top layer. Let me, come on, there we go. We'll just go until we get to the top layer. Okay. And I'm not going to worry about that piece of hair. I'm not going to worry about it. If I choose to cut this up, you guys might get some DNA. There's only a little piece there. Maybe it will come up. It's moving. Let me see. Okay, I got it. Okay, I got it. Just rub my hands. All right, now here's some more. Okay, let's see here. I want to put some up here, but let me put some glue here. I'm sorry, guys. I was trying to get all the information I could, all kind of the basic information, and some of those things, tricks that I've learned over the years. And actually, let's just do this. Make sure and we'll just all the way glue. And then, bring that, and it's okay. We'll bring this, and then, come on. Yeah, overly long, but that's okay. Actually, let's bring it clear out. And I don't want to drip glue, but here, let's get that, because that's where the seam is. We'll go ahead. Now I'm consciously looking at this, and we'll get, okay, then we'll get crepe paper on top there. Okay, we'll get that and put that right onto the edge. Yeah, okay. And again, smush it in. Yeah. And, if you rip the stuff, that's no big deal. You just smooth it back down. Don't get hyper about it. But then, you have to press it in. So you don't necessarily want an expensive brush. Although, like I said at the beginning, those basting brushes, for cooking, I have to tell you, it's one of the all-time, but they're expensive. It's one of the all-time most favorite things to just, yeah. Okay, now here we can get this big chunk of paper. Where was it? Not big, but okay, now I think we're going in. We've kind of got, oh, here. We'll put that at the, yeah, I'm still in. And just press it in, just press it. You can still see me a little bit here. Let me just press it in. Okay. All right, now we can, this is where we start adding some of, we have this, and we have the stamped part. Here's the lunch napkin stamped. And here is the part of the napkin, the backing of this napkin here. All right, so, and stamped. All right, so let's, over here, where's that Kleenex? Here, tea bags, coffee filters. Here's the tea stained Kleenex, and this is a double layer of Kleenex. And if all possible, because you're wanting thin layers. Okay, so here's the tea dyed Kleenex, thin layer. And because of the tea, now something else I learned is now guys, here, this is something I wanted you to do. I've got my coffee and 70% alcohol into a smaller spray, so you don't have to necessarily wear a mask. Although 70% rubbing alcohol and coffee, I'd still wear a mask, but it's in a finer mist, so it doesn't get into your nose or mouth as quickly. And then I've got my peach vodka and tea, and see, it's still going, there's nothing gross growing or anything. Okay, now those will change color. And that's also one of the things I learned. See, here's some more of the tea-stained Kleenex. We're going ahead and putting it down here. And because it's Kleenex, remember, it's going to rip, okay? Now I'm putting this on before the layer of, and I'm a little, as you can see, I'm being a little more gentle with the tea-stained Kleenex, okay? And with the Kleenex, the thinner, you're going to get some more wrinkles in here. Okay, here's some more of the obvious tea stain. Pull it apart. And tea bags, rinsed out coffee filters, just plain coffee filters. You could probably even use coffee filters as one of your top layers. All right, let me put some tea-stained Kleenex over here. And I would suggest, if you're not into wrinkles, I wouldn't do this. I really wouldn't do it, because yeah. As far as when you, like I said, I've mentioned, you can do watercolor. You can do watercolor on this, let it dry, and then apply it. Now but the other thing I learned is at the end, when it's basically dry, it's still kind of cold to the touch, but it's basically dry. I would mix like iridescent, I would take your silver or gold. And if I wanted to put like phthalo green, I would water that down. And this is like where your watercolors, any of that type of stuff will work. Your sprays. Here, I will use the peach vodka tea spray. And this is what I see. Now I'm doing it a little earlier, but see, it will give you that. Of course, I'm adding, see that? You can already, I'm already seeing that it turned color. Okay. Now, yes, I've added okay, now let's see here. Because this is the first time I've actually printed this. So I think I want the Eiffel Tower over here. Okay. Now, hi, Wendy. Yeah, so anyway, I'm saying if you don't like wrinkles, if you have to have everything pristine, then this is really, no, you shouldn't really do this. I'm just saying, because it's going to frustrate you. Okay. And actually, this cotton, IKEA cotton cotton towel is actually really nice. It yeah. Okay. You can see I applied that one. The bottom layers, you have to kind of, you're pushing it in. You have to push it in. But as you get on the top layers, you don't have to be as yeah, you don't have to be as careful. You need a lighter touch. Okay, I wanted to keep some of this for the complimentary paper, like taking. Now, I forgot to stamp some of them while I was doing that. Let me set aside here. Hold on. I need to take some of this medical tissue paper, and it's the same on each side. It's a matte finish. You could even, let's see, you can acrylic paint this, water, whatever, but I'm actually interested in stamping. Okay, here's the peace, love, joy. And I'm going to also incorporate some of this as my topping because we're doing one page and it's like kind of like a test thing. And we're going to see how opaque it would be. Okay, let me get, where's my periodic stamp? Well, I moved it, obviously. Well, here's the, one moment, please. I'm going to intersperse. And your stamping doesn't have to be perfect. Of course, sometimes it does. Let's see, anything else? Well, let's see. We have just a makeup sponge. We can just do like this. We can use it as a stamp. This would be kind of a fun for abstract. You get another layer of abstract. Now we get in some, now I personally I have to really work at getting here's some regular distress inks. Here is old paper. Let's just do some let's just do, like I said, here's some broken china. It's probably a little too, oh, here, scratch. This will work. This is more of like a butterscotchy ochre. Okay. Okay. And we'll smudge some more of this in because I actually like that smudge thing. Oh. Okay. Okay, I guess it's buffering again. Okay, well, all right. Well, we'll wait. Now that I've noticed it, I think I'll wait for the back. All right, now. Okay. Rotation, please. Okay, we got one more of that. And okay. Color. Green. Okay. Oh, well, I mean, it's in the packaging. Okay, we'll do that again. White. All right. Okay, there you go. All right, so now here's the medical paper, the medical tissue paper that's been stamped on. And no shiny side. So let's go ahead here. Oh, let's get this back over here. All right, now you have, do I dare ask you have the same one? Okay, now we're going to come over here. We're going to put a little, because it's been a while since I've been over here. And remember, I had the tea stain tissue paper. And as you can see, let me put it up here. See that right there? Oh, you can just barely see it. Here, let me move the camera. One moment. Ah! Let me move the camera. Should be right about there. See that right there? It moved. That's that really thin tissue, Kleenex tissue, okay? That's texture. See, when that happens, I'm like, I don't get hyper. I just let it go. Now here's the stamped on medical tissue paper. I just put more glue on it. Let's just right there. And this is going to be the top. Now, and this is going between the lunch napkin and this and the medical tissue paper. That's going to be the topping. And see right here, if you are going to stamp on this, this is one of those things I've learned. If you're going to pre-stamp on your topping, then it kind of takes it takes the place of having to use foam stamps unless you want to. And you don't have to constantly be going back and forth checking your timing, because you can pretty much do this all in one thing. All right, all in one setting, and you don't have to wait for this to get dry. Now, this here might be a little bit bland, but see, you have the peace, love, joy. You've got your stamps, and you've got your, see, and they didn't bleed. For me, like I said, I have to work really hard to get these distress inks to bleed. I have more. Of course, I think they were designed. The oxide ones were designed. And if I want to, I can add just a smidgen more of the crepe paper here on top. Okay. Ooh, my stomach is growling. Sorry. All right. No. All right. So here we've got this. Now over here, because I showed you we could use the printed napkin, and this was the lunch napkin over top, so it kind of dulled that out. So what I would do here is I would take some of this printed paper. Oh, I goofed. Let me, there. And I would come back in and I would just kind of like leave that butterfly the best I could. And I'm interested. And then this way, I'll hear that thing again, that little piece, but it's okay. It's all right. Just leave it go. Okay. Right underneath that butterfly. And you got it. Is Sharon still here? Sharon Marlowe? She's the one who requested me to make paper. Hopefully she's still here and that she's seeing. Okay. Another thing, magazine, instead of throwing out all when you're going through collecting, maybe get like a quart bag or a gallon bag, a Ziploc, and put all your extra leftover, just commit to one, either a gallon or a quart bag, Ziploc, whatever, or like one manila envelope, and keep your leftover magazine pages. And that's another, because they're thin and they have a lot of color to them. Okay, here's the lunch napkin. We're just going to, between those three, we're going to do the top layer. And I can actually do, if I want to, now that I have the flat Fabios, I can come in towards the end. Let's get this iris. Let's get them. Oh, don't want to bust the iris up. Okay. Let's see, where do I want them? Actually, no, not the iris, because that could be, okay, let's try to get the, well, let's get this. Let's get the banner thing. Pull them. So hopefully, as we're finishing up on this, hi Jean. Camo Magoo. Oh, come on. Seriously. Well, guess what? We're just going to do it. Okay, this has got like the back layer to it. Oh, see that? See that? That texture? Oh, here, let me. Do you see that texture there of that lunch napkin? And it should come when it's completely dry. Okay, there we go. There. Oh, there we go. Good, 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 good. I actually got glue on this hand. That goes right there. Actually, I'm going to bring it up a little bit there. All right. You can put, again, like stencil. In this case, now that you can use your, you could put a screen stencil. I could actually, but in this, I guess, I think a screen stencil would be kind of pretty, like a fly swatter screen. You can lay that down, spray in it, and just do it in, because you want, all right, let's see here. Here's the lunch napkin with stamp on it. Let's, okay, yeah, see, it's going to get sticky. I can't lift it, so let me see. I'm going to have to figure out how to do this. Maybe, okay, I'll just kind of lean forward a little more glue, because it's been a while. And it's like, oh, you have a lot of glue on there. Well, you know. And this is that stage where you don't necessarily want it to bust up. So just a light hand, and then press. Just a gentle brush, press. Gentle brush, press. The press, and that pressing is what is going to make sure that the layers are stuck together. And yeah, you get that kind of that glue thing, but it will dry, and then it'll be okay, you know. Okay. Let's see here. Yeah. Okay, so let's see. I've got this section here. I suppose I could do that right there. Okay. And then we can kind of see if we need to put more of the, I actually kind of like that tissue paper. The medical tissue paper. This is actually quite nice here. And the top layer here is, and you cover the whole thing, and that helps keep everything underneath. I forgot, but you can, it will come apart a little bit, but if you want to, you can use candy wrappers in here, but you know, it doesn't, you just have to kind of play with it. Let's see, do I want, actually, let's put this, let's put this right here on top, but it's just, because it's already, it's the top layer. Let's just put that there. Smush it in. And again, brush, and then smush it, because that, again, that's just what creates the bond. Okay, let's put this right here. All right. And press it in. And come back in, do some more of that printed paper, some of the medical, stamped medical paper. Now here, and then, and Yeah, once this is done, once it's dry, you can just play with it. You know, sometimes you don't know what's going to happen. Let me get some of the smudge. I like that smudgy. Okay, do I want it? How much do I want brought here? Let's just do this here. All right, and we'll put it, let's see, where do I want it? Right here, I guess. Okay, a little more glue. And you just want to you can use your die cut, you can do punch your circles, and that's probably like where if your um magazines, you can punch out circles or whatever, and you can, oh, see that, right, see at one point that's and it was busting apart, so I gently, let's mush that back down. Okay, and then we're moving on because obviously you don't want to play with that much anymore. Okay, so here I think we're, for the most part, I think all of it's covered. And then at this point, you just let it dry. Now, let me put this. I think we're done with it. I'll put that in there. Put put this, and what I will do on this, I will I'll label it, and I will put paper glue. Paper glue. Okay, and I'm doing this as well, and I'll put that down because I have my other jar of Mod Podge down here. All right, so now on all this other stuff, like I said, I can, I don't just toss it. I will put it aside, and everything I worked on, I can get one or two more accompanying paper. In fact, I can take this and glue some of this on to see what it does. Use this as the backing. And I can take an 8.5 by 11 piece of printer paper. I could even take this and use this as the base of my paper and put more on it. And see, you've got accompanying paper. And then that way you've got Dee Dee announced it in her stream today. Yeah. That's okay, Jean. Hey, it's okay. Yeah. But hey, now see here, remember this, it fell out of, now here, my thought would be, I could, let's just do this. We'll just use a glue. We'll just use the other glue brush. Okay, we're gonna, okay, I'm just using the glue brush. I'm going to do, this is ochre. I'm going to do this bird ochre. And remember, this has a little bit of glue on it, that type of thing. And I'll take a baby wipe. Okay, so I'm actually do the whole, okay, so the ochre, maybe I'll call this the ochre page, or this could be called the ochre. Now here, oh, now this is actually thin enough. Let me get them trimmed a little bit more. I'm wiping it off, so there's glue. Okay, I wiped the glue off. Let's trim him down a little bit more. And he's going to literally get glued on to something in here. Maybe he's looking at the Eiffel Tower. Maybe he's on a trip. Okay. All right. Let's see. Well, a little bit off here. And we're going to glue him down. All right. Let's see. I'm going to assume there's still plenty of glue here, and if not, that's okay. We'll get it. We'll get it. But I think I want him right here at the Eiffel. He's looking at the Eiffel Tower. Okay. Okay. He's all right. Now here, let's get some Fabio sprays out. Flat Fabios. You could do magicals on this. I would do magicals before you put the top layer on. That way they will probably come through, but you have a better chance of them staying underneath, having a better chance of keeping them from maneuvering. Let's see here. I have Van Dyke Sepia. Oh, beautiful. That's probably not going to spray. It's an older one, but let's see. No, it's not going to spray. But see, this is where I would, and then I would spray it and then take the brush and you get a little bit of color. Okay, I've done that. Okay, this is the Van Dyke Sepia. I'll do coffee. I'll do the coffee and spray it out. And I could, okay, I've just sprayed it a little bit there. I will take this brush here, the glue brush, and just start gently fanning it out. And in some places you might want to just keep them. But when, like I said, when you get, let's see, iridescent, where's my iridescent paint? I could just, oh, hey, I'll just grab, okay, I have metallic behind me. Okay, this has got separated. Okay, I've got metallic bronze. I have 14 karat gold. I think I want the 14 karat gold. And what I do is I just take a little tray. You've all done this. Now see here, this is where you would want, I was going to actually add some ochre. And this is Neo 2s. I forgot to do that. Okay, so here, I can put some down here in the corner. See, here's some Neo 2s down here in the corner. Up here. And I'll take a baby wipe to this and wipe the glue off. Oh, see, it even makes the right on here. Let's put some here. And down here on the top of the crepe paper. Okay. All right. So now we've used Neo 2s. And I'm going to, ouch, squirt a little bit. And I'm doing it now, but I would wait until it's almost dry. Of course, with this, I'll go ahead and I'll use the coffee rubbing alcohol mix. I'm away from my face and I'm watering this down quite decently. Okay. I don't know if I said that right. My grammar sometimes. The way, okay. I'm doing this now, but I would wait until a little bit later. But you want to get that diluted. This might be a little too thick. And then you just kind of take your brush and you start, I guess, watercolor. You know, I guess the watercolor sensation. And you just, this is where you, and then you let it dry. You let it sit, let it pull. And this catches the bumps. It captures all that texture. And I'm not paying attention to chat. Thanks. And this is a way to get shimmer. I'm going to add some more of that. And this is like with the sepia. I like that right there. I like the way that is. So I'm going to automatically. Oh, actually, guys. Oopsie. Okay. You see that? Guys, look what I'm going to do. Oh, yeah. That was probably a little more than I wanted. But hey, you know, that's okay. Oh, look at that. Oh, this would be gorgeous. Oh, see, now this is a little too dark, knowing that I don't want that. Okay, so here, here, I'll just, here, oh yeah, here, duh, here, just here. Extra. We're going to dab that off. Here's I'm using the medical tissue. Now you're going to have to press it back down again. But we're, okay, there we go. Yeah. And this is, don't throw this out because it dry and you reuse it. In fact, ooh, see, that's going to be gorgeous. That is going to be gorgeous. Okay. And that can just go over there. And I've got it on my hand, but hey. And this just, you set that. And as you go, and as this dries, you do your topping, your watered down topping. And you want to keep like a spray bottle. And you want to just, if it gets too much, you just want to kind of like, here, I'll squirt that and let it drip. But yeah, so that's fabric paper. Okay. Oh, hi, Dev. So there. And see, even he went, I don't know what paper Janet stamped that on, but see, even he's gone. Even the bird has gone translucent. So there's the homemade fabric paper. And you can see here, see where it's shiny? And here's the crepe paper. This is where that little faux pas that I, you just, yeah. And then you'll just let it dry. And like I said, it could take up to 2 or 3 days. And then because it's on its own wet board, you just pick it up and yeah. Let's see. It's been, it's just a little over 3 hours. Thanks, Eileen. Okay. So, yeah. I showed you in the beginning. Oh, one moment, please. Earrings. I just realized they're not meant to be in here, and they went funky. Oh, now see, this gives me a design idea. See, this is kind of Renaissance-y earrings. Okay, so this, see, and this kind of go together. See, in my brain, I'm like, oh, okay. And then I'm thinking like get out the color book. And then you can just all kinds of stuff. Let's see the color that homemade color book. Where is it? I just had an idea. Where's the homemade color book? Oh, I don't know where it is. That's my word book. I'm not sure where the homemade color book went. Oh, I found. Oh, I found the Happy Meal I was looking for. Oh, wow. One moment, please. Oh, now well, I might be able to incorporate some of that. All right. Well, anyway, what is this? One moment, please. Oh, this is a card. Oh, by Carol. Oh, yeah. I didn't even realize it was in. That was strange. Now, how did that? No. Sometimes, like, how did that get there? Like, where did that come from? It just got up and did a walkies. Where's it? I had the idea of taking my homemade color book, and you could actually put. Oh, whoa! Things are falling down at me now. One moment. Yeah, this is stuff that these are things that okay, this was journaling. Oh, I'll go back in. Anyway, I got the idea, but there's all kinds of things. You can most of your color book papers, the idea I had is once you color your papers and you don't know what to do, your color book papers, like the mandalas, your like you could do this and you don't have anything to do with it, you can cut them up. This would be this is probably thicker. You might have to work a little harder on it. This actually, as a you get that done coloring, and you could actually if this was big enough piece of paper, you could put this and this together in an art piece. Some of the here's another one. If this was on a little bit thinner paper, this would be, once you get this colored, you can tear it apart and make paper out of it. That's another idea. There was this thin piece of, and I'm like, what did I do with it? Even like the kitty, like your kids coloring books. Where is it? Here. Well, this is actually a thin. See this thin color book paper. This would be better if if you had an all over. Even this would be kind of cool. Actually, this would be cool as a. Oh, okay. I'm getting my ideas. My brain is going hello, and I'm getting this all over. One moment. My brain is clicking, and my ideas, and I'm not paying attention. So, but see this here, because this, and you can color this to match this, and then it can, it can somehow be together. Anyway, like I said, my brain is just going boom, 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 boom. And I got more stains on me. But anyway, actually, I'm fairly clean. And again, for those people who just cannot handle it, like Vaughn, she might not be able to handle this. But as you go along, you learn that you can do this. You learn the length of stroke. So you're not splattering glue and stuff like that all over. But anyway, so it's like, all right, so I think, and oh, well, let's see. I guess I just didn't get it all. All right, I'm going to have to, actually, let's see what this does, because this is going, let me put it underneath here and rub this, and because that's going to be used. All right, so I don't know if Sharon left, not Persimmon, but the other Sharon. Oh, you're welcome. But she requested me to do some fabric paper. So if anyone has come in and they want to re-see it, and I've showed you the different the different, the bumpies and all the different kinds of stuff. So you still like Big Brother? Yeah. Okay. Okay. Now I didn't get this right here. This is the actual fabric. Well, maybe I did get it covered with something. But anyway, so I think one moment, please. I didn't get into top chat. Let me go live chat. Oh, hey, live chat. Oh, live chat. Maybe she's been talking to me this whole time and I haven't seen her. Oh, my giggles. Okay, I thought she was here. One moment. Oh, and it just occurred to me that we haven't giggled all that much today, which is a little bit unusual. Okay, May left. Okay, God. Okay. Oh, okay, Jean. Okay, all right. Well, anyway, she's got the recording, like duh. Anyway, I followed through. She requested that I do this, so I know I followed through. Now let's see. This is probably what I will do. I can move this. Of course, it's not, remember, it's not, this wet board is not complete. So I have to remember that. And before I move it, I have to make sure I have a place to put it. Okay. So I can move it. Oh, this is gonna, because see, this is telling a story because I added the bird. See now, see this. This could be where the bird lives. This could be where the bird lives, and either he's a French bird, and he on his day trip to the Eiffel Tower, and because he's got his hands on his hips, something happened. He got disgusted. So yeah, I mean, or he could be an American bird on holiday. I don't know. Yeah, anyway. All right, so let's see here. I guess if I ask you guys, okay, we have what? We have one more rotation. Yeah. Oh, that's right. It is nighttime where you live. Okay, we have one more rotation on this? Are you keeping track? I think that's it. Janet, the last time you said something funky and I said it out loud and it recorded, obviously. And then I figured it out and you got me. So I am not repeating what you just said. Oh, see, glue does splatter. Uh-oh, one moment, please. Okay, I didn't spray any Fabios. So let's see if it works. Because remember, it doesn't like Fabio's. Okay, it works. Now, was that the last one? Okay, now, who gets their choice? Okay, where's the other one? Oh, chicken. What? Oh, okay, I see. All right. Well, hey, I had to make sure. I had to. Because you got me the last time. Oh, no, wait, that was Debbie. And for those of you who are new to the chat, yes, yes, we have farts. Yes, yes. And it wasn't my fault, but we've had fun with them. So who's going to pick a color? Oh, is Janet. Yellow. Janet wants yellow. Okay, so here we go. Do you want the rundown? Oh, Jean, you haven't seen this? This is the backup. This is the backup. Okay. It was from Cheshire. Yeah. Double syllable. Okay, yeah. Yeah. She sent me the backup because remember when I spray Janet, when I spray the flat Fabios, it doesn't want to fart. Okay. This is ridiculous conversation, but I'm telling you, it doesn't do its job. So Dar, she sent me a backup. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. So I think we're done with this one, right? Right? Okay. So anyway, and like I said, this one, let me get at me. Paraphernalia. Where's the back end of that? I took it off. Oh, confound it. Where is the back end of it? Oh, well, I'll find it. What did Vaughn? Okay. So anyway, checking clipboard. Yeah, because yeah, we don't want to have to go through another one of these, right? Oh, hey, something's loose in there. I never shook it before. It's probably the squeaker thing. Yeah, it's probably the squeaker thing. But anyway, so yeah. Okay, so did you keep track, Judy? All right. Okay, so this is, oh, look at that. That's just, gorgeous. Okay, now, oh, here, this needs to go. Yeah, and, oh, and Jean, this is for the people who absolutely have to have a color chart for the fart machine. I used Prisma colors just so, and I think it was on last week's stream. If you have to have them, and this was 2 colors, just saying, if you have to have them. So yeah, we did a color chart. I actually really, one of the things I want to do, Janet, is like right here, stamp. Actually, while we're doing that, while we're kind of winding down, let's get this out. I want to do stamping on that and then glue it down. We could even do the thumbs up and the eyeglass. I love the eyeglasses. These are okay, and I love them. Oh yeah, see, oh yeah. Maybe I will eventually, I can make some tissue paper and send these stamps back to Janet in that way. And then she can, if she ever wants to make fabric paper. Okay, do we have, while we're just kind of winding down and we're saying, kind of getting our adioses, because I really, on the accompanying page, could be, maybe we're in a fantasy, right? And the bird, he's an apprentice. Maybe he's an apprentice to a typeset. Janet would know, a typeset guy. And or maybe he like, I don't know if any of you have seen the Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade in the Italian, in the segment where the librarian, he's doing that stamping thing and he's clanking the, yeah. Maybe I don't know. Yeah, building stories. But this way, I'm not forgetting that I want to use this, and I can incorporate. I'm not looking at chat. I'm busy stamping and trying to talk. Okay. Oh, what? Jean? I'm busy watching chat. Let me get my cursor. Jean, that's really nice. Okay. Yeah. So this, now see that just as this would be kind of cool to do this, and to make like take your dictionary paper, your this paper here, the phone book, and oh wow, you just ideas. And then you could actually, since I remember I cut the thumbs up out of this, but I could actually put the thumbs up back in, and that would be really cute for when you're if you sent somebody, if they were like supporting your channel or something. That would be cute. That would be a cute thing. Yeah. No. Oh, that would be good with my stamps, my confounded and my do not bug me stamps. And then intersperse, I could use this, and you could actually stamp it. I could put the thumbs up back in here because it does fit back in. And that would be a cute, and you could do this. Oh God, Janet, I don't know if you have any, but I'm going to send you some of this. Okay. Because you said you were not going to succumb to buy it. And that's part of what I want to, when I send you that paper, I'm going to send you, I'm going to get it like done in like 12 by 12 sheets or something. But this would be cute. Oh, yeah. And I could stamp this again, and then I can do the wrap. Wrap. Okay. Yeah. And then she can glue, because it's I'll do it in archival. Okay. Okay. Now see, this will be ready to go. And this would be cute as a theme to have this underneath. and then have this on top. Ooh. Okay, it's been nearly 3.5 hours. Oh, that is so fun. Well, let's see. Oh my giggles. Well, hey, I don't have a stencil, so it would be in my writing. But hey, Jean, this is for Jean. Oh my giggles. I can't believe I'm doing this. But we can just write in fart. F-A-R-T. Oh my giggles. And there you have your trophy, Jean. And yes, I will use this. I'll make some paper. I might, Jean might even get a fart card. Oh, maybe I will even make her a fart chart so she has to watercolor it in. Oh my giggles. What we talk about sometimes. Okay, I'm not paying attention. I'm making sure I have all these filled in. I'm not paying attention to chat. Okay, here. I think I got them all in. Okay. Oh, and then here, on one of these, I'll go burp. I'll just do burp. Did I spell it wrong? Burp. No. Okay, you got all the farts. You got all the farts, and you got one burp. There. All right. I know, Jean. I was noticing that the other day. I'm like, oh my giggles. It's like 5:30 in the morning, and wow, it's light out. Spring is on its way. Of course, we're coming up on daylight, right? Daylight's the time, the clock change. Okay, so, all right. So, guys, I guess, and for anyone who's new to chat, you know, and you're still here, thanks for dropping by. Only don't do we want to go giggling now? Huh? I actually, well, we giggled a little bit. Now I'm peeling glue. You guys are welcome. Yeah. Yeah, now, yeah. Now, my brain is moving and thinking, and I'll have to, but I really like him. So he's supposed to be a chicken bird. I don't know. Just looks like a bird to me. Now, see here, let's see. See, and it's still, see the glue? So there's a lot of glue. So it's going to take some time. So just as a, let me press that down with my, yeah, see, it's to the point now where you do not want to touch it, because you're going to pull everything up off of it. And if it, see, like that right there, that little, it got scrunched this way, and I want to move that because I want that stamp to be perfect. But hey, it's done. You know, it's, you know, So yeah. And I really do like the abstract. I really do like that as a stamp. This wedgie, yeah, I really like that as an abstract piece of. Now I'm trying to think if there's anything I missed showing you as we're on our way out the door. Is there any? Oh, you're welcome. I showed you all there was no Happy Mail. It seems like I'm forgetting something. But I'm not sure. I am not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure. So, yeah. I guess we're on our way out, and thank you for the thumbs up. And I'll see you next time. Oh yeah, this is going to be pretty. Alrighty. So, and I don't know who streams. I don't know who streams. It kind of Wednesday nights. Well, I do know that I think Aunt Beck's creation streams. If you're, she does a whole bunch of different stuff. Oh, I think Nick and Tina, they stream. Nick and Tina Colors, I think they stream tonight at some point. Okay. I'm trying to remember to do that as we're on our way out, like to remember, like, okay, who streams or whatever, that type of thing. But sometimes I forget, Okay, guys, I love you, and I'll see you next time. It's exact. Oops, we're like a minute over 3.5 hours, so I gotta go. All right, guys, I love you, and I'll see you later. Bye. Oh, I should. Come on. There you go. End.